Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my review of the film Every Day. This is the new film that was based on a book that I did not read that stars Angourie Rice playing Rhiannon. Now, Rhiannon is a teenager. She's in a relationship with a boyfriend who, for the most part, seems to neglect her and take her for granted. Although, something mysterious happens one day. She goes out with her boyfriend, and they have this extremely awesome day. He's very attentive. He's very caring. It's like he's a different person. Because he is. You see, unknowns to Rhiannon at the time is he has been taken over by A. Not the same A from Pretty Little Lies, but a different A. Now, you see, what A does is every day A wakes up and A becomes a different person. So, for example, A could become me one day, and then the next day A becomes somebody else, and then the next day A becomes somebody else. They constantly change people. And on this particular day, she becomes Rhiannon's boyfriend, extremely sweet, extremely attentive. She has an awesome day with him. But then the next day, things kind of go back to normal, which isn't a good normal. And then she starts to realize, you're acting really different. What's happening? And as A transforms from student upon student at her high school, she starts to realize slowly that this is something that she's not used to dealing with. So this is a very interesting take, and it's kind of like Ground Day completely remixed. But it's also kind of like X-Men, for the guys watching, or for the women who like X-Men as well, where it's kind of like Mystique. So, what I can tell you in all sincerity is going into this movie, looking at the trailer, I thought to myself, okay, clearly not the target audience, because this is more geared towards the younger adult crowd. But I thought to myself, probably not going to love this movie. Gonna see it, gonna check it out, gonna come back and talk to you about it. But I didn't really have high hopes for it. Coming out of the movie, I can say, not necessarily the intended target market, but I listened to what people were saying about this film. So first of all, mother with her teenage daughter, they came rushing out and they just loved it. They thought the movie was excellent, one of the best that they've seen in a long time. Okay, cool. From my perspective, not being the young adult, not being the female, I actually thought this movie was a lot better than I thought it would be. And that seemed to be the general consensus. Yes, it has that whole, young adult teen angst attached to it, but this movie was done really well. Angourie Rice, have you heard of her before? I haven't. She does a really good job in this film, and I sent her out because she's really the common denominator, because A changes every couple of scenes, but she's in it through the whole thing. Maria Bello's in this film as well, but with all due respect to Maria Bello, doesn't really do a lot in this film. It was just nice having, I guess, a name in the movie. It's a good film, though, and I think if people go and see it, they'll be entertained with it. And I give this movie a B. If you have the chance of seeing Every Day, let me know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WhittyWhittier, and WhittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.